Hey, how's it going, guys? It's almost springtime here in Colorado, but the weather's been just kind of off and on. Some days it's like cold and snowy, but other days it's almost getting to 70 degrees. But anyways, I'm starting to get the TW200 ready for some off-road riding and moto camping, but I got a left running lamp out. However, the blinker still works. So this potentially could be a wiring issue, but more than likely it's just a bad bulb. So I'm gonna show you guys how to fix it and what my LED turn signal plans are for the future. The only tool you need is a Phillips screwdriver to remove this screw. And then from the outer part of the light, separate the lens from the body, and it should just pop right off. For reference, this is a dual filament bulb. The upper one is the running lamp and the bottom one is the turn signal. To remove, push down on the bulb and rotate counterclockwise and it just slides right out. So this bulb is obviously bad, but once in a while you will find bulbs with filaments that appear to be intact, and I've actually seen intermittent failing filaments before. However, with an off-road bike with all the bumps, it'll probably just crumble. If you're still not sure the bulb is bad or not, you could always check with a multimeter to figure out what contact does what. I will put this nub closer to the back on the left side and the one closer to the front on the right side. The body of this thing is the ground. The top contact is the running lamp because we're getting an open circuit. And then for the bottom one, we're getting a reading, so that is the turn signal. But the easiest thing to do is just to put a new bulb in and see if it works. The correct number for these bulbs is 1157, and you can find them pretty cheap at your local auto parts store or online as well. Try not to handle filament type light bulbs with your bare fingers because the heat mixed with the oils on your fingers kind of discolor the lens after a little while. You could use a rubber glove if you want to go an extra mile, but I'm just going to use my motorcycle riding gloves. The package claims to be 26.9 watts on the turn signal and 8.3 watts on the running lamp. But let's see if that's correct. 2.3 amps, which is almost 33 watts, which is quite a lot of power just for one turn signal. However, you're not using the turn signal all the time, so keep that in mind. And for the running lamp, you can see it's a lot dimmer. That way people can differentiate, but that is 0.57 amps, so a whole lot less. Let's see how many watts that is. So that's about 8 watts per side and 16 watts total, which is quite a bit for running lamps. However, eventually I will be replacing all the turn signals and running lamps with LEDs. I got a little LED flasher module there. These are gonna be the rear turn signals. And I also got the instrument light LEDs that I'm gonna be swapping out as well. And I got these, which are fork daytime running lamps and turn signal lights. So let's check these out and just see how many watts you can save. Those look pretty neat. They basically have zip ties and that 3M adhesive that goes around your forks, which would be kind of a cool place to put it, especially on a dual sport. Okay, let's see. Red wire is positive daytime running lamp, yellow wire turn signal light, and black wire is negative. Ooh, these are just some itty bitty wires. So the running lamps will be just white, is 0.17 amps. So that'll only be about 2.5 watts, which will round to 5, which will free up a whole 11 watts on the daytime running lamps. So that's pretty darn good. And then the turn signal, check that out. That's pretty cool. It's hard to tell exactly how many watts that's gonna be because the amps are fluctuating. But it doesn't really matter because that is way less than the filament bulb would ever be. Anyways, to install the bulb, it can only go in one way, and the little nub that is closer to the rear of the bulb goes towards the front. You just slide it in till it lines up, and I'm having trouble rotating it, so I'll just use some needle nose pliers on the metal base and rotate it up, and it just locks into place. Let's make sure it works really quick, and the running lamp works, and the turn signal works. Next, to put the lens on, it doesn't matter as much in my case because my turn signal is kind of broken, but this raised part right here slides into the turn signal, and then it just snaps together. And then install the screw. Well, that's it, super easy fix, and eventually I will be making a complete how-to video on installing LED turn signals and running lamps on the TW200. And if it doesn't work, I will make it work and show you guys how I did it. And also, what do you guys think of, once I finally get everything converted to LEDs, making a video where I go through everything and measuring the wattage between LED and the original filament bulbs, and then kind of just putting everything out there on paper so you know exactly how many watts you can save, because it would be really cool to put all kinds of light bars and heated grips on this thing. Also, videos coming up next. We got some Hippo hands. They sent me their new backcountry model, and I'm gonna do a video showing how to install these on the bike and comparing them to the cheaper OBR mitts. So far, I think these are a lot higher quality. They just feel a lot better, but they do cost a little bit more. So we'll see what those are gonna be like. And then also, Moto Camp Nerd is gonna be sponsoring a couple of videos coming up this spring and summer. And he sent me a bunch of really cool ultralight moto camping gear. So I'm really excited about this. Like, look, check this out. That's a tent, 2-person tent. And it's so light compared to my other one. And then we got a water cell. I'm always running out of water, so I needed a good way to bring extra water with me. And it's cool because it packs all down super flat. And some other cool stuff I'll be sharing with you guys on some moto camping trips. Oh, and also I definitely need to make a video on how to replace the fork boots, because mine are just being held together with electrical tape, and also how to replace the glass on the HBD mirrors. I need to do that because that's been broken for a long time. And I also have all my adventure and moto camping videos from a long time ago. I need to get through those. So I definitely have my work cut out for me. So many videos in so little time. Maybe I'll really try to start putting out a video every week or two. I think I can do it. Sometimes this stuff takes me a while to make. And I also do work full time, about like 50 hours a week. So I try to put as much time as I can into these videos, but hope you found this one useful. And anyways, I will see you guys next time. Peace out.